Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. The name of the channel is Big Mike on the Goldwing. I'm Big Mike and this is my 23 Honda Goldwing and I'm loving it. So we're back with the final addition to the folding mirror installation. I've lost track of how many parts it is, so I'm just going to call this one the final part. And what this is, along with that kit comes two shorty levers. One for the front brake and another one for the clutch. If you have a 6-speed with a clutch, I have a 7-speed DCT automatic, so I only need to install the one brake lever, which should be a pretty easy install. And the reason you need that is because, as you can see right now, the mirrors are completely folded. Well, if I want to lock my wheel so nobody can move the bike, this lever would be in the way of this mirror completely closing. So in order for that to work, you have to use this shorty here, and it's about, I would guess and say about 3 inches, 3 inches shorter than the regular lever, which I kind of like the shorter levers. So I only need one. For that installation, you just need a 10mm socket to go with your ratchet and a flathead screwdriver. Do I even have one? I don't. So here's my flathead screwdriver. And what we have to do is take this bolt out over here. This is a simple install. I mean, brake levers has been like this forever. So this should be pretty easy for everybody. So I have my socket. I'm gonna loosen up this bottom bolt. And at some point, that screw is gonna start turning. So you need a flathead screwdriver. And that's out. You got a little lock nut on there. Pull that out. You can wipe this off. Probably could use a little grease, but I don't have any grease, so it's gonna go back on there like that. And then it's simple. You just pull this lever off, and along with this kit comes another piece, because you have to take this silver piece out. Let me grab the other piece. And in this kit comes this little packet right here, and it has these in black. You can get black or chrome. I got black. And it's labeled over here left and right, 1 and 2, so you can't go wrong with that. And for me, I'm gonna have the right one, which is for the brake. see here if I can get this out of the pack. Okay. And there you have that. That's. Oh, and I do need one other thing. There's a tool in this box. And this is a little tool, I guess you could call it, that also comes with the kit. And that is used to press out. See the little cardboard looking piece there? You have to press that out and you have to use this. Now I'm going to see if I can figure it out without the directions. Should be pretty cut and dry. I'm assuming you put this in the hole right here. And you put this in here. And you just start screwing this in. And at some point it'll get snug. Right now. And then you take your number 4 hex and you tighten it. And I don't know if you could see, every time I turn it, that top piece there is going down. It's pushing out the piece in the middle. Let's see. So you just keep turning. I'm going to turn until this touches the black part of the leather. Okay, now you have it. You just back off. You can unscrew this by hand once you back off. And you want to unscrew this all the way out. Take this part back out. I'm going to use my hex to push it out. And as you can see, this part is just about out. Just saw, put this stuff down for a minute right here. I'm going to use my needle nose pliers and just take this and wiggle it out. And it doesn't want to do it, so I'll have to push. Boy, I thought this would be easier to finish. Do I need to put this thing back in? No, because that's all the way out. I guess I just need to pull a little harder. Alright, we're going to do the next best thing. It's my flathead screwdriver, and we'll push it out. You can see I'm trying to wiggle it some to make it come out pretty easier. got some pliers somewhere around here. Oh, I don't have pliers. All right. Okay, let's try this. Maybe this will loosen it up. Wow, can't believe this thing is so hard. This thing is literally not budging. Okay, gonna have to do some banging. I don't want to clear this up. You know what? Let me get a tool. And just like that, it fell out without me getting to see the pieces or explain. So we have this spring piece in here. We have the spring, which is still intact. Then we have this piece. But we also have in here this thing, which if I remember correctly is kind of clipped in there, yeah. Here's my tissue. I'm gonna wipe this stuff down. Did it blow away? I guess so. All right. So we don't need that. We need the black knob. I took it out. I put it up here. Did it roll away? Blow away? Yes, it did. Boy, you didn't catch a break. All right. Where'd you go? We don't know where the other thing went, the cap, so I'm going to have to play switcheroo. I'm going to put this in here. This goes in here. We have to click this in here some kind of way. Oh, there we go. It clicked in. And it's upside down. So we have to pull it back up. Easy. That was upside down. So this copper looking piece goes back in here. have to put the guts back. Oh, and I just lost my spring. That's not good. I mean, I could just take the spring out of the other one, but I really would like to have that spring back. Damn it. Oh, there you go. I have to take the spring out of here if I can get it out. Take that spring out of there and pop it down in there like so. And this has to come back out. This piece goes in next. Have to figure out how. Something isn't working right. Let's see. Let me take a look at the other side real quick. Alright, there is no other side, damn it. That's how it goes. Boy, haven't did a 10-speed brake job in a long time. And you just keep pushing until you get it in place. And where is the pin? I made another mistake. I have to put this back in. Let's get this thing adjusted here. no cigar. Okay, we gotta get this thing back on here now. This back on. And we have to press this thing back in. Alright, now we just have to keep turning this until we get that copper part to go back inside. And this is upside down. Nope, this is the wrong lever. Let's see, I glued up the wrong lever. Yep, I did. Take it all back out again. Let's do this all over again. Boy. Okay, I put the parts, the guts and turners on the wrong lever because this knob should be facing up to adjust your brake. Now let's see if this will be easy to get out. Oh, thank goodness. Let's take this out. Let's take this out. Oh, we gotta pull that off first. Spring dropped out once again. Put that lever over there. Put this one on here. Put the spring back in the top. This back on there. That was pretty simple, but it's backwards. Pull it off. Do it. Not quite. There it is. That's good. copper piece back in there. Let's start out this way. And just keep screwing until that copper piece goes all the way back inside. In this case, I just want to get it in there enough so that I can turn this around. Put that in there. Put this on. I'm doing something wrong. Okay, now we have to place this lever in here. Put the pin back in. Give it a little tap. Oh, not all the way in. All right, we now have the pin in, and we just have to screw the cap on. And after you get the pin pushed down to a certain point, you have to screw it the rest. There's threads at the bottom there. So now I'm putting the nut back. I can hold it for now. Then I'm going to need my socket. Okay, let's put the socket on there. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. Now, that, folks, will bring this install to an end. Now, let's see what we got. Let's turn this camera around.